Now regex for the next one is P with question mark. P is pretty much just pattern P, 0 or 1 occurrence of pattern P. Right? Before asterisk is 0 or more. But question marks, that means just 1 or 0. Not 1 or more, not 0 or more, but either have at least 1. I mean, not at least 1, just 1 or 0, right? Either have it, if you have it, just 1, or not having it. So let's test that. Okay. This is a P question mark, right? Pattern. We will say, let's say, if it's talk about Java, right? I'm gonna say I'm looking at one letter Java or none, right? Is this a Java or not? Right. So this is just one letter, so we're going to say 1 or more, right? Let's test with just J first. Right, because just a characters, right? At least 1 or more. Like if I have 2 J's, that's not going to show, right? If you have just 1 or more. And then you can match the other pattern. Right, a Java or not a Java. Like it could be, then it should not say that. Okay. Now, put this in the curly brace exactly in occurrences of pattern P. So meaning that I want to see just one, like for example, if I want to say Java, I want to see just one J and exactly 1, not 0 or more, right? So put exactly 1, a Java subject, right? Okay, so let's run. There you go, right? Like, if I want to see exactly 2, then that's not going to show. It will show if it is like, okay, J2EE, J2EE subject. Like, for example, I'm going to say J2, and I want to see exactly 2, right? This is a J2EE subject. There you go, right? So in curly braces, you can specify how many occurrences of this specified pattern, right? Like this one say Java matches. See, you can mix them now. So it say period meaning any single characters, right? 0 or more, but exactly 1A, right? And doesn't match. Java doesn't match. This is any 2. This one any 2. So let's test that one. Any 2 of the same of the characters, right? So any 2. If you have it, you have to have 2. This is a 2 matches. 2 similar, right? Character. subject. So let's say like EE, right? It's two similar character subject, right? So if it's just E, it will not work, right? Because saying that, right? AE, since we didn't specify what type, it has to match, right? Because this could be any characters, right? But it has to be two, so that's why that means any subject that has two letters, actually, right? Subject with two, it doesn't have to be similar, right? Two characters. Make sense? Because period can represent anything, right? A, B, C. And Java is 4, doesn't work, right? Like if I type Java here, it will not be in that category, right? Now, what happened to this one? We know that bracket n can specify the number of occurrences. We have comma. That means at least, if I say n is 5, so at least 5. Not have to be exact 5, but 5 or more, right? But if I can put a set. It could be number between, I say 1 to 5, right? So for example, I see letter A, right? So I said at least 0 occurrences, at least 1A or more, right? So let's say if I want to test with that, we can say J, and we say let's do A, right? At least 1, right? At least 1. We at least 1, right? So let's test. This is a subject with at least 1A. Did we put Java? Yes. 1A characters, right? Now escape sequence to put a quote, one single quote. Now I can test with at least 1A, right? So that means it can be Java. That's it, right? At least 1A. Java. Because at least. And I can specify like between 1 to 2, maybe. Yeah, make it simple. 1 to 3 and 1 to 2. That will not work anymore because you have more than that. You have to have in between that, right? In between that. Okay. So that's how you use the regular expressions. So now the word character is any letter, right? Like we just look at any letters. And a word character also including digits, right? Or the underscore character, right? Underscore. So it's same like lowercase a to z, uppercase a to z, including numbers, word characters, and an underscore, right? Or another way, if you don't want to group them, you can just do it this way too, without the brackets. And this is the non-word, right? Same as the not or correct, right? in front. Another note. So we talk about plus the asterisk, question mark. So again, asterisk is 0 or more, plus is 1 or more, 0 or 1, question mark, any occurrences, right, with n occurrences, at least n occurrences, between n and m occurrences, right? These are called quantifiers, right? Specify how many times the pattern before a quantifier may repeat, right? We have seen this. Now you may notice that the asterisk is just the same as 0, comma, because at least. Plus is the same as at least 1, right? 1, comma, question mark, 0, comma, 1, right? Either 0 or 1. That is similar to. Caution, do not use spaces in the repeat quantifiers. Like, don't use space like that. You may use parentheses to group patterns. Like, instead of looking one letters at a time, you can match a group with parentheses. Like, for example, I want to have a group of J, A, right? So, like, when we do that, it's actually do one letter at a time, right? Now we can do actually, I want to see like that, right? Group of JA and VA, right? A group, right? JA and VA. Characters. Okay. And the group has to be at least 1, right? 2, 3, okay. And afterward has to be VA right away, right? Like this one doesn't work. That should be a group of J and VA, right? And if you have to group, it has to be like that, right? Now it has to be just 2. I have 3, that doesn't work because 1 or 2, right? 3, 1 to 3, that's it, right? I said 1 and 3 group of JA, 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 and VA, VA. You can match as a group too. Now let's look at the application. Application could be your validate your login, right, or social security numbers. Let's say social security number has to be a pattern of digits, right? That 3 and 2 and 4, right? Match exact, right? Or even the number ends with digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we said D is a digit 0 or more, right? So that's what I mean, all the numbers. It could be any length of numbers, but this number has to end with either 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's why this is a group, at least, right? Now, like 1, 2, 3, ending with 3, no, false, 2 is true, right? And this is a 4 number, right? Matches the group of 4 numbers. So we have parentheses, number between 1 to 9, right? And any number except 2 more, right? That's any numbers in parentheses. And this is going to be the same after dash. Any number 3 digits, any number 4 digits.